Hello, my name is Joshua Gabi. I welcome you to Amphibians, which is the chordate class considered an evidence of the transition of the vertebrates from the aquatic to the dry land environment. The amphibians are totally aquatic in the larval stage and partially terrestrial animals as adults. And for these facts, they are considered intermediate beings in the evolutionary passage of vertebrates from the aquatic to dry land habitat. Amphibians are also the first tetrapod animals, i.e., the first with the two pairs of limbs, a typical feature of terrestrial vertebrates. The name amphibian comes from a double life, aquatic as larva and partially terrestrial as adult of these animals. What are the amphibian features that makes them dependent on water to survive? Permeable skin, body subjected to dehydration, external fecundation, eggs without shells, and larval stage with branchial respiration are features that make amphibians dependent on water to survive. Do amphibians have dialectic development? Amphibians, the embryonic development is indialectal. There is a larval stage. How different are the respiration in fish and the respiration in adult amphibians? In fish, gas exchange is done by direct contact of water with the branchiole, or what we call the gills. Gases gain and exit the circulation through the gills. In adult amphibians, gas exchange is done through moist and permeable skin, or what we call cutaneous respiration, and also through lungs, a set of tiny airway termination associated with a highly vascularized tissue specialized in gas exchange. The axolotl is an exotic amphibian found in Mexico that lives in water and breathes through gills even as an adult. How is respiration performed in the larva of amphibians? The larva of amphibians has exclusively branchial respiration. This is one of the reasons why it depends on water to survive. How different is the amphibian heart from the fish heart? The fish heart has only two chambers, the atria and the ventricle. The blood that comes to it is purely venous. In amphibians, there are three heart chambers. The second atrium is present, and there is arterial blood coming from the lungs. In these animals, the heart has two atria, one that gets blood from the body and the other that gets blood from the lungs, and one ventricle. Arterial blood mixes with the venous blood within the ventricle, which is then pumps the blood to the lungs and to the systemic circulation. How is excretion done in amphibian? Adult amphibians have kidneys that filter blood, and nitrogenous waste is excreted as urea. So amphibians are ureotelic beings. The larva, aquatic, excretes ammonia. Is fecundation in amphibian external or internal? In this aspect, are amphibians evolutionally proximal to fish or to reptile? In the majority of the amphibian species, fecundation is external. This feature is common to bony fish too, and it shows that reproductive system and the embryonic development of amphibian are a heritage from ostrich. Curiously, through having external fecundation, amphibian male and female copulate to stimulate the liberation of sperms and egg cells. This phenomenon does not characterize internal fecundation, since the gametes unite in water. Why is the occurrence of eyelids in amphibian in comparison to their absence in fish an adaptation to terrestrial life? Eyelids associated with lacrimal glands protect and keep eyes lubricated against damage from great luminosity of terrestrial environments. Fish do not have eyelids since their eyes are in contact with the fluid medium. What are the problems that the vertebrates need to solve to adapt to terrestrial environments since they come from aquatic habitats? How does evolution solve these problems? The main problem vertebrates coming from water need to solve to adapt to a terrestrial environment were the following. The problem to avoid dehydration. The problem of elimination of wastes in a media where water is less available. Problem of protection against nascent solar radiation. The problem of gamete locomotion in the environment for vegetation. Problem of gaseous exchange earlier done by direct contact with water with the gills. The problem of body support, since it was water that played the role in fish. Solution for the dehydration problem: thicker and impermeable skin. To lose less water and moist and permeable skin like in amphibians. Solution for excretion problem: excretion of urea, also excreted by chondrichthyes, or uric acid substances that need less water to be dissolved. Solution to the problem of protection against radiation: skin pigment that filter harmful radiations, feathers, hair, or carapaces. Solution for gamete movement problem: internal fecundation, except for most amphibians that have external fecundation. Solution for the gas exchange problem: appearing of airways and lungs. Solution for body support problem: further development of muscular and bony structures like limbs and claws. Amphibian identity card: how amphibian characterize to example of race presenting beings, basic morphology, skin, respiration, circulation, nitrogen waste, thermal control, and reproduction. Example of respiratory beings, we have the frogs, the toads, and the salamanders. The basic morphology: two pairs of limbs, eyelids, hydrodynamic larvae, skin is moist and permeable, has mucus glands. Respiration is cutaneous and pulmonary. Branchial in the larval stage. Circulation is closed, incomplete. Heart with 3 chambers without interventricular septum. Nitrogenous waste is urea. Thermal control, heterothermic. Types of reproduction, sexual and water dependent. This is external fecundation and aquatic larva stage. Thank you for participating in Amphibians. Please do like, share, and subscribe.